Hey guys, what's up? It's been forever since we vlogged or done anything at all, and I got an explanation for you guys as to why that is and whatnot. You gotta bear with me because I literally just went back to the gym yesterday and the day before that, and my arms are dead. And my legs! I couldn't even walk right. I was stumbling on myself. Yeah, I'm just here sitting in a parking lot, like an empty parking lot, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys. It's been forever, and I owe it to you guys for an explanation as to why we haven't been making content or anything like that. Well, why I haven't been making content. Llama's been going to town. The last time we posted was about like 2.5 months ago or so, about 3 months. There's a lot that happened, but I'm gonna try and keep it as short as possible. I'm gonna tell you guys everything because like I said, I feel like I owe it up to you guys. Before we go any further, I'm okay. My mom is okay. She is recovering right now, so that's good. But I'm just gonna tell you guys, my mom has cancer, and we've known about this for some time. Even when we were making content and stuff, we knew that she had some form of cancer. That's not what necessarily, stopped us from making content like vlogs or streams. It actually kind of made me do vlogs more. My mom watched my vlogs and she said she really liked it. She really enjoyed watching it, which is why I continued to make vlogs. At some point I did stop. I don't know if you guys have ever been through something like this, but it does kind of eat at you. This is actually my second time going through something like this. My baby brother, who is not here with us anymore, also had cancer and he unfortunately passed. We know what it's like to go through this, and now that my mom had it, it's just, don't worry, she's gonna get through it. We ended up doing some tests and whatnot, some blood work. My blood matches my mom's blood, which is awesome. So I was able to do something amazing for her. I call it probably the single greatest gift a son can do for their mother, is I donated some bone marrow to her. Wherever you have cancer, shoot the spot that has cancer. In this case, my mom had it like in her lower spine, and they shoot that spot with radiation. They blast it. They kill not only cancer, but they do kill cells around the place that had cancer and stuff. Because I have a blood match with her, I'm able to give her some of my bone marrow, which is the stuff that grows in your bones to help your immune system. What they did was they drained her body completely of all, her immune system, all her white blood cells counts and whatnot, and they infused it with mine, and in hopes that it will help her grow her immune system again. It's a confusing process, and I don't even know if I even said it correctly, but that's kind of what I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mom, please. It was a very interesting process. It was only supposed to be like a month and a half that I wasn't supposed to be making content, and this is my choice. During the process of building up to the procedure and whatnot, I self-quarantined. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't hang out with friends or anything like that because I wanted to give my mother the strongest immune system that she could possibly get to help her come back and fight through this. I started eating healthy. I started sleeping really early in the beginning. I gotta tell you, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to keep that habit up because I'm a bad boy. I stay up pretty late. I eat unhealthy. I'm just like, ugh. But in the beginning, I was doing very, very well. Eating salads, going to sleep at like 10:30 every day, or at least getting in bed by 10:30 every day. And I believe it worked. I got some stories to tell you guys. So right now, she's already infused with my juices in her. That sounds a little wrong. Right now, she has my bone marrow in her. Somehow that sounds wrong too. There's no way I could say this without it being weird, okay? So yeah, the procedure is done. Right now, it's gonna be quite a road to recovery for my mom. She's gotta be in the hospital now for like a month and a half or so. They got to keep monitoring her because anything can happen. Her body could reject these cells that they put in her, or my cells can destroy her, so they're trying to watch out for that stuff, and it's like a 24/7 monitor and stuff. So this is probably, it's not the roughest part, but it's probably like the most annoying part for my mom. I believe she's doing okay. I sometimes bring her food, so that's, I'm not allowed to go in the room or anything. I drop the food off and then they bring it up to her. But yeah, I was only supposed to self-quarantine for about a month and a half. They ended up prolonging that because they found something in my mom that they were like, oh, let's just kind of like try and get this out. Let's not do the procedure yet. Let's push it back and let the doctors and nurses do their stuff. They know what they're talking about, and all I had to do was quarantine for like a month longer and whatnot. So in that time, I wasn't making content. I didn't feel like, it's like, yeah, we weren't gonna be able to go out. We weren't gonna be able to hang out with anybody or go anywhere at all. It would literally just be content in our place. And I know we can make that fun and stuff, but you know, I also was kind of going through something too. You know, I had to take that time off. I was in that time, I was helping my mom. Like I would take her to the hospital and stuff if she needed it, if she was hungry or anything. This is when she's at home. If she's hungry or anything, I would bring her food because my mom, she couldn't really do anything. I was kind of also helping her in between that time too. Like there were times that she called me to help her during a streaming time because, you know, I stream at a certain schedule and whatnot. It would have cut into the stream time and stuff. So I just took that time to help her, make sure that I'm mentally okay. And I am fine, guys. A lot of people have been still supporting the channel. They've been still subbing, which is freaking awesome. There's still like 16 or 17 subs that we got on our channel. You know, I appreciate you guys so very much for the support and stuff, and I do read the messages. People do still subscribe and they leave very loving messages, and I really appreciate that, guys. The process was crazy. First of all, I'm scared of needles. You gotta know that. And I don't go to the hospital like at all. I haven't had health insurance in like 5 years. So I don't do that kind of doctor stuff, and I'm scarred for life as a kid because anytime I went to the hospital as a kid, it's like, well, it's time to get your 18th shot in a row. And I'm like, but I don't know, now that I'm an adult, it's a bit different in the hospital. It actually is it feels like I'm in a 5-star hotel. Everyone's like giving me stuff. You get free food and like drinks, and you know, the nurses and doctors are very, very nice, and they explain everything to you. So it's kind of cool. I'm gonna show you guys what they did to me. If you have like a weak stomach or anything, you can skip forward to this part right here. But basically, they shoved a catheter down my neck right here. There's like a little hole. They shoved it in there, and it was intense. I'm gonna show some pictures right now. That is the tube that was in my neck, and this is it in my neck. So yeah, they literally had to do all that and whatnot. So yeah, the squeamish thing was the pictures that I just showed back there. But I'll tell you guys anyways what happened. I get into the place and whatnot, and it's like I said, it's my first time being in a hospital in a long time, and they would give me shots every day. The shots were actually like not even that bad. They were really professional about it. I didn't even feel a thing. The side effects of the shot, which is achiness of the bones, I did feel that. I thought I wasn't gonna feel it. I thought I was gonna, you know, man through it and whatnot. No, there was no manning through that. Trust me. Yeah, I felt it. Especially like coming down to the final days, oh, I felt it. They give you those shots, right, leading up to it, and then the day that I'm actually sitting in the bed ready to get this, you know, catheter, this thing in my neck, they're like, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. The specialist is gonna come in and they're going to give you some numbing cream, and then they're gonna stick you with this thing and they're gonna put it in your neck, and I'm just like, wait, time out. Where's the sedation? I thought I was getting sedated. That's what they were telling me. And then I get there and they're like, no, you ain't gonna get sedated. You are gonna get stuck right in the neck. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I just went along with it. What am I supposed to do? Like say, well, they give you the option. They're like, at any point in time, you could just be like, oh, I'm out. I'm not gonna I don't wanna do this anymore. I'm there laying on like the counter. It's like a movie, bro. I'm like laying there. There's a bunch of equipment all around me. Everyone is starting to prep everything. I'm like, bro, what is going on? Like, I don't know anything. And then the specialist comes in and whatnot. You know, he looks like a mad professional and whatnot. And I tell him, I look at him in the eyes. I'm like, yo, listen, man, can you just like walk me through everything that's going on and what you're doing and whatnot? And he looks at me, he's like, yeah, man, I'll do that. Homeboy didn't do shit. The only thing he told me was, you're gonna feel a slight pinch. And I'm like, okay. Boom! I feel the pinch. And then like they start going to town on my neck. They start like jabbing things in there. Like, thank goodness I couldn't see anything because I had to like leave my head tilted this way so that my neck is exposed so they could do everything. But if this had been on my arm or something, I'd be like, what are you doing? I don't know what the hell he was doing. And then he was like, oh, slight pressure right here. Bro, I felt the world going down on me. He like pushed that thing in. Less than a minute later, he's like, all right, everything's done. I'm like, it's done? I said, you didn't talk it through. You didn't tell me anything. You just said it's, you know, a slight pinch and pressure. And that was it. And he's like, yeah, you know, we do this a lot. It would take longer if we talked it through instead of just doing it. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, they just... And then I got to see my x-ray, which was cool. It's the first time I've ever seen my x-ray. Yo, my heart is really big. It's like right here. I wonder why. Out of the whole process, that part right there was the most frightening part to me. After I did that, I was like, okay, I could make it through the rest of this. And then there's the taking out process. It wasn't that bad. I actually liked the taking out process the most out of everything because a nurse did it and she literally explained everything she was doing. It sometimes while she was doing it, she explained, and it was awesome. She was just like, you know, I'm gonna clean this area. I gotta sterile clean it with the sterile gloves on. Now I'm gonna pull it out of your neck, and I'm like, go, let it rip. She pulled me, she ripped it like a Beyblade, man. Pulled it right out of my neck. Like I said, the pictures earlier, that was, I mean, that's what it looked like out of my neck. You guys saw it in and you saw it out. It was a very interesting experience, I will say that. And I am just so happy that I could do something like that for my mom. We do plan on making content again. We're gonna start vlogging. 100%. Vlogging was amazing. Like, I watched vlogs while we were on the break, and I'm like, dude, this is like amazing. Like, it's so fun to go back and just at least like watch the history of what happened. Sometimes you forget the jokes that you say, so when you see it, you know, you start laughing again. Like, damn, that was hilarious. Actually, is it cringe to laugh at your own jokes? And we are gonna start streaming again. We are. In fact, the first streams that we're gonna have back. We do this thing every year where we donate to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to help kids who are also going through cancer too. We do it every year and we haven't missed a year. It's been 3 years. This is the 4th year right now. Yeah, we're gonna try and raise some money for some kids. Like I said, once you go through cancer or a family member that has cancer, it's like, it's a part of your life. You know it, you know what it feels like to go through it, and you kind of just want to help people. You know, we've raised money every year. The donation goal this year is probably not gonna be as high as like last year and the year before that, but as long as we raise something, I'm happy. Anything helps, believe me, it really does. So guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, I'm sorry for not talking about this sooner. I just wanted to make sure that I was in a good mental and emotional place before talking about this stuff, and believe me, I gave myself enough time, and I am, and I know we're gonna get through this, and you guys are awesome, and I thank you so very much for everyone who has continued to support. I love you guys, man, and expect more content. Probably expect more vlogs before streams. So yeah, guys, much love to you all, and expect to see more. Peace out, guys.